Setting up a nursery can be daunting. Babies need so much stuff. So today I'm going to share some ideas to organize all the baby things in a functional, practical, and super cute way. Hey guys, thanks for clicking on this video. If we're just meeting, I'm Katie Fehlinger, and the Katie Fehlinger DIY channel is all about helping you make your home your happiest place. And we do that through tutorials, techniques, and ideas like you'll see in this video. So if that sounds good to you, consider subscribing. So some of you may know I'm the extremely proud mom of twin girls. And back when I was pregnant and started contemplating how to set up their nursery, I had a serious case of overwhelm. It's tough being a first-time parent and trying to figure out what the heck to do to prep for it. So today I want to help you figure out a few things. The kind of furniture you actually need in a nursery, how to organize all the stuff that goes in it, and how to set it all up in a way to be functional. And stay tuned to the end because I'll share a bonus tip that has proven very practical for me even a few years later. So what furniture do you need as a new parent? Well, there are some things that are pretty obvious and self-explanatory. You obviously need a crib. Now, I highly suggest a convertible one so that you can turn it into a toddler bed when the time comes. I definitely found that worth the investment. A rocking chair or a glider for feedings, snuggle, and story time, and then tons of storage options. Storage. This is the big one. You are going to need places to put all the things that you need to have on hand for your little nugget. And especially if you're a parent of multiples like me, trust me, you will have so much stuff that needs its own place, at least if you want to stay organized. Now, when it comes to specific pieces to accomplish this, that's up to you. Do you want to get a dresser? Do you want to maybe get a hutch to extend the vertical height of your storage space? Maybe you want to get an armoire to store your little one's clothing. There's a plethora of options. But here's a good guide to help you hone in on this. From a storage standpoint, you'll want two main things: a diaper station for all your changing essentials, and lots of drawers, baskets, bins, or shelves for all the rest of it. So I'll show you how I made this work in my own nursery with a couple of examples. We'll start with clothing. I used a 3x3 cube shelving unit to store virtually all the girls' clothes and bed linens. And keep in mind, baby clothes, of course, take up very little space. So for the first year and a half, I was able to use that shelving unit for onesies, footy PJs, pants, tops, socks, tights, heck, even their shoes. And two of those cubes worked great to hold all their crib sheets and pack-and-play sheets too. And then I put cute little woodland-themed labels on all the bins so I would remember where everything was. Now, a quick side note, and worthy of a mention, is the blanket storage I used. We had received something like 8 different baby blankets as gifts, and they were so cute and so pretty that I actually decided to put them on display using a blanket ladder. But this proved very functional too, because it meant I could make use of the vertical space that I had and also free up room in the cube shelves. Now, eventually, about the time the girls turned 18 months, I upgraded from cube shelves to an actual dresser, just since their clothing was starting to take up more space. But aside from clothing, I also used this tiered basket stand to store some of their smaller toys, so rattles, little stuffies, that kind of thing. And then there's this chest of drawers that I had gotten originally for our master bedroom, but it had a ton of storage space that we just weren't utilizing in our bedroom. So I hauled it into the nursery where it would be put to good use. Now in here, I stored swaddles, burp cloths, so many burp cloths, receiving blankets, toiletries like baby lotion, boogie wipes, and then all their hair accessories like brushes and bows. And it worked great. Now this chest of drawers didn't go with the woodland theme I was going for. It was totally nautical with painted anchors and everything. But I was able to dress this up with little wooden owl-shaped labels like I had on the cube shelves to make it fit the theme just temporarily. And I attached them just with painter's tape. And hey, let me know if you'd be interested in a video about the woodland theme that I chose for our nursery. There were a ton of cute touches that I added that I'm not going to be covering in this video. So just let me know down in the comments if that's something that you'd be interested in seeing. Now keep in mind, you don't have to go by the labels. Think about ways that you can repurpose the furniture you already have or that's collecting dust in a corner like I did in this instance. In fact, I have an entire video about how to make your furniture work for you, which I'll link up here and in the description if you want to check that out. Okay, let's talk about the diaper station. I actually used a repurposed bookcase with a changing pad attached to the top, and it worked great. So I stored packages of baby wipes and spare tubes of diaper rash cream, a wastebasket, that kind of stuff, and then a galvanized bucket filled to the brim with diapers. I think I changed something like 14 to 18 diapers a day when the girls were first born, so those were constantly getting restocked. And piggybacking off the diaper station, let's shift gears into functionality. This was a perfect example of it. So a quick backstory, I was really limited in the way I was able to set up the girls' room because they slept, and actually still sleep together in the same room. But I was still able to keep their space uncluttered and functional for how I'd be caring for them. So the diaper station got tucked into the corner between their cribs. That way, if I was in there for an overnight changing, there was a baby within arm's reach no matter which way I turned. I also had a great library of board books and bedtime stories that I had gotten at my baby shower, and I wanted those within reach. But since I didn't have much room for another traditional bookcase with a window already taking up one wall and then a crib on two of the other three walls, I opted for a corner shelf to stack their board books and bedtime stories. This was a great way to snag extra unutilized space in the nursery for something functional. So the main point here is to brainstorm how you'll be utilizing the room. For me, at least before the girls could walk, the nursery was for changings, feedings, bedtime, and getting ready for bedtime with after bath routines and story time. But let's say you want your nursery to be all those things plus your little one's main play space. Well, then you need to start thinking about how you're going to incorporate more toy storage into the room. So maybe you do some under the crib storage, or if you have enough room, you could designate a corner for the play table and the soft blocks and the busy books. You get what I'm saying. So, bonus tip time. As you're selecting furniture for your nursery, think long term about how else you might utilize those pieces. So my girls are nearly 4 years old, but other than the one piece of furniture that to this day is still in their room, every other piece of furniture that was originally in their nursery is now being put to good use elsewhere in my home. So we outgrew the original rocking chair. That's in our master bedroom now, as is the lamp that's sat next to it. The side table that used to be a resting place for their bottles and binkies, well, that's now a hall table. And the blanket ladder is a little further down the same hall, holding different blankets for our guest rooms. The corner bookcase, well, that's now a display shelving unit in our master. And the tiered basket is still holding toys just downstairs in the living room. And that nautical chest of drawers, well, that's in our basement, currently holding electronics for the stereo setup down there. So think about ways that you can extend the life of some of these items and reuse them as your little one outgrows them, but also to save yourself some cash. And if you're set on getting a dresser that has jungle animals and balloons stenciled on it, I don't know, just keep in mind that you can always paint it later and reuse it in another part of your house. So we hope that gave you some ideas to set up your own nursery. If you're going to be a first-time parent, congratulations. It's a very emotional, happy yet unnerving time. I remember it very well. You're definitely not alone there. And hopefully this will help you figure out at least one piece of the baby preparation puzzle. If you like this video, hit that like button, share it with the other moms and dads to be that you know, and subscribe so that you don't miss any new content. I post a new video every single Thursday, but you can ring the bell to get notified when any new videos go up. And in between uploads, I always love hearing from you. I'm on all the social platforms and I've listed those below. And I'd like to personally invite you to join the nearly 1,000 people that are already part of my creator community, where you're going to get more DIY content exclusive to that group. And if you're interested in signing up for that, there's a link in the description as well. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Keep creating your happy place, and I'll see you next Thursday. Like you'll see in this video, that has proven to accomplish it, which I'll link up here, about ways to make your furniture. My hair is getting frizzier by the minute. And the busy books and it's furniture. Holy heck, is it humid in here. You might be able to reuse